What would you do if 1/3 of your Yelp reviews weren't even about your business? And Yelp told you nothing could be done. That's exactly what we walked into. And we fixed it in 7 days. Here's what was happening. This construction company had a sister company, a completely separate business. Different name, different services, different customers. But for 7 years, Yelp had been mixing up the two. The sister company's reviews were landing directly on the main company's page. 180 total reviews. 63 of them had absolutely nothing to do with this business. And it wasn't subtle. Reviewers were leaving feedback that explicitly mentioned the sister company's name, right there in the text of the review. Wrong company, wrong services, the wrong business name written in plain sight on the wrong page. For 7 years. That's more than 1/3 of their entire review history, dragging down a reputation they had spent years building. We reported the reviews to Yelp headquarters. We documented the data mix-up. We went through every proper channel. Yelp removed the ones that explicitly named the sister company. The rest, they told us nothing could be done. So we changed our approach. Here's what most people miss about review management. We didn't just respond to the misplaced reviews. We responded to every single review on that page. Every 1-star, every 5-star, every review that had been sitting there for years with no response at all. For the legitimate reviews, we thanked the customer, acknowledged their experience, and showed that this was an actively managed, professionally run business. For the misplaced reviews, the ones that belonged to the sister company, we responded professionally. We thanked the reviewer for their feedback, and then we stated clearly, this review appears to be intended for our sister company. We are a separate business. Here is the correct name, the correct phone number, and the correct Yelp URL for the company you worked with. Every single time, consistently, professionally.
Here's my interpretation of what happened next. By responding to everything and publicly redirecting the misplaced reviews to the correct business, we made Yelp's failure visible. Anyone reading those responses could see it clearly. This platform had been mixing up 2 separate businesses for 7 years. The evidence was documented, public, and impossible to ignore. I believe Yelp cleaned it up because we made it impossible for them not to. 7 days later, 63 reviews were gone. The total review count dropped from 180 to 117. The star rating jumped from 2.6 to 3.0 in 1 week. But here's the part that stopped me in my tracks. We received direct responses from 2 of the people whose reviews had been redirected. These were customers of the sister company, people who had nothing to do with this construction business at all. But they had seen our response, and they took the time to write back. One of them had already moved to Arizona. She said she appreciated the professional response and that she would make sure the new owners of her home knew to use this company. Think about that. A reviewer who had already moved out of state, who had left a review for the wrong business, became a referral source because of how we handled it. That is what professional review management looks like. Here's the lesson from episode 50. Responding to reviews is not just about damage control. It's not just about saying thank you. It's about showing the platform, the algorithm, and every person who reads that page that this business is professionally managed and paying attention. When you respond to everything, the good, the bad, and the misplaced, you create a paper trail that platforms cannot ignore. You make problems visible, and sometimes you turn a data glitch into a referral. If your business is dealing with a broken Yelp listing, a misclassified Google page, or a review problem that support keeps telling you is impossible to fix, reach out to JG Marketing Solutions. We know how these platforms work, and we know how to make them work for you. Call us at 847-721-4372 or visit us at www.marketingwithjg.com. This is Monday Marketing with JG, episode 50, and we're just getting started.